y'all ever been in a fight? Comment down below. Here's what we're not going to do in this video. We're not going to talk about how crooked my bun may potentially be and the fact that I'm way overdue for a trip to the barbershop. With that out of the way, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before I get started in the story time, I just want to take a moment. I want you guys to, smash the like button. I saw all the likes that my previous video was getting, so I want to see 1,000 likes. Also, while you're at it, if you're not subscribed already, then go ahead and push that subscribe button. We pushing all my buttons today, aren't we? So I feel like I need a squad name for you guys, like a subscriber name. Someone said that I sound country as hell when I say y'all, but I don't know y'all, it's just second nature to me to say y'all, if y'all know what I mean. So give me some suggestions for subscriber names. Please no whack shit. Anyways, let's get into the story time. I don't really think my bun can fit in the screen, so I'm just gonna lower this chair a little bit. All of this took place when I was in middle school. I had just moved into this fairly new kind of upscale apartment complex. For this story, there were 4 of us and I don't remember any of their real names. Like, that's how irrelevant these people are to me now. These are just people that I was just hang out with on the weekends or after I got home from school. So of the 3 people I was associated with, 2 of them are relatives. They're Asian, and there was an older sister and a little brother. The older sister, we're gonna call her Jackie, and then the younger brother, we're gonna call him Marty. So Jackie and Marty. This other boy, I'll think about a name for him later. Of these 3 people, Marty was my closest friend. We had both moved into the complex at the same time, I believe, and we stayed, like, our doors were right next to each other. Well, not right next to each other, but right across from each other. So like, we were on the 2nd floor when you walk up, his apartment directly on the right, and then mine on the left. Like, you could just walk out one door and then walk in the other, basically. Very convenient, right? The thing about Marty is we started out as like real cool friends, hanging out, doing normal middle school boy stuff. When I was younger, Fast and Furious was the top.
Back up, let's go, let's go. Yeah, back y'all asses up, back up.
That was like for most any middle school boy, at least what I went to school at. Fast and Furious, Brian, that Skyline. Dom and his, I don't fuck with muscle cars, so I don't know what it's called. Fast and Furious was the top, but because we were middle school kids, we couldn't drive a car. So our equivalent of a car at the time were bikes, the mountain bikes where it has the gears. And so me being a single child, I was spoiled. I always got the best of everything. So I had one of the newer, fancier mountain bikes that just came out. It had like 8 gears or something like that. And so we would make sure to get those mountain bikes that had gears. So like when we're, how like when they shift in Fast and Furious.
Bend over, boy.
And they go from like 3rd to 4th gear and they get like a 50-point horsepower boost. We used to do that, and we literally used to think that made the bike go faster depending on what gear you're in. Crazy, right? I always kicked his ass at everything. It didn't matter what video game we would play when I would go over to his crib. Actually, I'm really good at video games. I'm not a gamer like that, but hand me a controller, let me get a few reps in, and I'll kick your ass. Not 1 time, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So it didn't matter what game we were playing. He really couldn't beat me. He never beat me when we were racing our bikes. And so over time, I felt like he grew jealous of me. Like, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but that's just how I felt thinking about it now. So over time, his energy to me, I just felt like it was starting to change. And then this Caucasian boy around the same age as us, I don't know whose ass crack he popped out of. Like, he just came the fuck out of nowhere. I don't remember his existence outside of like 2 to 3 days. 3rd guy, we're gonna call him Kent. We're all riding our bikes and we went to the little playground that's at the center of the complex. Jackie didn't want to, I don't even know why she was with us, to be honest, because she was like 2 years older than us and she had her own phone at the time, but for some awkward ass reason, me and her little brother consumed 98% of her social life. She didn't want to be around us at the time, so she went back home. So it was just us three. It was me, Marty, and Ken. Ken, for whatever reason, took Marty's Starburst. Like, it was 4 Starbursts, y'all. Think about this. All this happened over some damn Starburst. He took Marty's Starburst and he went to, because there was like a little tree near the playground, and he put it in this bird's nest, right? Like, it's always the Caucasians that are up to some bullshit, right? And I'm just looking at him like, what in the fucking unseasoned chicken is going on? At the time, I didn't know it was a nest. Like, I was slow back then. So yeah, he took Marty's Starburst. Marty was bitching about his 4 fucking Starbursts. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll get your Starburst if you want me to get your Starburst. And he was like, yeah, get my Starburst. So I had a stick and I was poking around at the nest, and little did I know there were 2 chicks inside there, like 2 baby birds. And as I was poking the nest, it just fell over. And so it fell on the ground right in front of Ken and Marty. So that's when I was like, oh shit. So I hopped out of the tree. We all got down. The mother bird wasn't around or anything like that. But Ken started laughing. Marty picked up his Starburst and we left it at that. Like, I felt bad for knocking these chicks out of their crib, you know, but because the other 2 didn't think it was that big of a deal, we just left it at that. Guess what we did? We left the chick, all 3 of us left the chicks there, and we went swimming. We swam for a few hours, we all showered, and then we all met up at the playground again. We were like, hey, let's go back to the playground. We're all literally just meeting back up, and then Jackie comes out the ass crack looking like a fucking sea creature. Marty is telling her about what I did earlier today and how I knocked the bird nest and all that onto the ground. She goes over to the bird nest and she freaks out. She starts screaming and she's having a fit.
I do not believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now. I literally am gonna die. I need an ambulance. I can't.
And then out of nowhere, she was like, you did it.
You broke the law.
Like, she pointed at me because, you know, Marty had told her what happened. You're so mean. And then right after she said, you're so mean, that's when Ken, he kicked me in the back of my knee. And so I lost balance, right? Marty pushed me. And so they were all getting on my ass for knocking over this bird nest. Yet Ken and Marty didn't say shit earlier, right? So I'm just like,
What's going on?
Marty, I don't know if he kicked me or he pushed me, but I got knocked the hell back. When I regained my composure, I ended up losing that shit all over again. Like, my mom ain't raising a weak ass bitch, right? No more words came out of my mouth. Like, I 2-pieced Ken. Like, I think I hit him in the throat and then I got him in the stomach. And so I guess he was like hurled over for a minute. And then Jackie, now I'm never gonna fight a woman, you know? I will never intentionally lay my hands on a woman, but she's coming at me. I don't know if she was gonna hit me or what. So I was like, you know, I'm not gonna hurt her. So, you know, what I did was some smooth shit just to get her out of the way. I tripped her. This bitch, because she was running so fast, after I tripped her, she kept on, like, she was still trying to regain her balance and she face planted straight into the grass. She face planted immediately after that. That's when Marty's coming at my ass, right? And he's legitimately trying to punch me. I guess he was trying to hit me because I just tripped his sister, but like, he was swinging. Like, I was dodging each and every one of them fists, right? Like, it's dead ass a 3-to-1 fight going on this fucking playground. We're fighting, I'm on my slaughter gang shit. After they hit me twice, they weren't really touching me. After the fight, I think I was left with that 1 bruise on the back of my leg and like some scratches on my arm. I used to fight my cousins a lot, the same age. So being in a situation like that, it really was nothing for me. And when I would fight my cousin, yeah, we were play fighting, but we was throwing hands. After fights, we would be bruised, we would be bleeding. I don't know why we were like that, but that's just how we were. So naturally, you know, I'm swinging, you know? After all of that, I knew, this is the only reason I knew this is because what happened next. He had some bruises and some scratches on his back, I guess from when I hit him in the back or whatever. I don't know what Ken was doing at the time because I was just trying to get my ass up out of there. Like, I don't know what happened to those niggas. Like, they just switched on me. Marty was on the ground crying, and Jackie was like all over him to make sure he was okay. So I went back home, I showered. This is a couple hours later, and so I'm just chilling with my stepdad, and we're playing Call of Duty. All of a sudden, I don't know, I think they rang the doorbell. They rang the doorbell. And the way my apartment was set up, my mom was closest to the door, so she answered the door. And I didn't know it was them, and they were just talking, and then out of nowhere, she called my name. I could tell she was mad, and she was like, "Did you do this?" And so I didn't know what she was talking about at first until I saw that it was Jackie and Marty. And here's what had me tripped out. Marty had bruises on his back, right? But Jackie did also. Yet I didn't lay a finger on her. But it's just like, I know, not for one fact, not for no two facts, for multiple facts, no printer, I didn't lay a hand on her. I don't know. So that's when I was like, I didn't know what to say.
Damn, fucking.
And so I was just like, oh, no, we were just playing, and I don't know how that happened. And then afterwards, I don't know if we exchanged more words, but I do know that their apartment was smelling like hot dog water and shrimp juice, because right behind them, their apartment door was open and the air was traveling into our apartment. Afterwards, my mom closed the door, and she just gave me like that typical black mama look, like she was about to beat my ass. She didn't say anything. Like, she just brushed it off and she went back to her room. My stepdad wasn't really paying anything attention. So he just went back to playing the game, and then I grabbed my controller and we started playing Call of Duty again. So after that day, I never really spoke to Marty or Jackie again. When I would go to the playground, I immediately just made new friends. And at the time, the playground was packed with kids like every single day. And so there were a couple times when I saw Marty there and we just kind of exchanged glances, and we just left it at that. We didn't really say much. Yeah, he moved. Basically, all the kids that I was talking to at the time, they all moved because it was right there near base. So a lot of people that were living there, they were like military. And so a lot of the kids moved. And so like a year later, there was really no one there. But that's what happened. I'm not really that person that will initiate fighting. Like, even to this day, if someone wants to fight me, especially in real life, I'm gonna turn them down unless they lay a hand on me. At this age, I feel like fighting accomplishes nothing anyway. And I really wouldn't want to fight anyway, because if it's a real life fight, then there are no rules. So someone could easily just pull on my hair and drag me, and fight is over. That's it for my story time, y'all. If you guys enjoyed, thumb me up, subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Check out my other videos. You guys know the deal. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.